morning. Good morning, everyone. So happy to be here with you. It has been intense, these intense 5 years that we've been through. I've been feeling that they've not been for nothing. It has been the pandemic, it has been, the global uncertainty, the global imbalances that we've been seeing everywhere, the bipolarization in politics-wise, economic-wise, society-wise. But I just wanted to share with you a few movements that we've been making in order to at least do our parts. Sometimes people ask me, okay, why do you keep going, or what actually makes you keep going? And I think that question is a question that we should all do to ourselves. Why do we keep going? Even considering all the obstacles, even considering all the challenges that we have, especially when you understand that probably most of the things that appear in your way, you can't control, right? But it's that 0.0001% of your life that you can control that makes all the difference for the 100%. And it's when you realize that you actually bring more skills and bring more energy and recover all the motivation and inspiration that you need to do more stuff, to believe in yourself, to create more. But honestly, just sharing something very personal of mine, and I didn't know if I was going to share that, but last year, after the event that I did here, I had a burnout. I was exhausted. And I kind of got depressed, so my energy was completely down. I wasn't able to respond to any challenges that we have in front of me. But that was a good lesson for me, because I understood that if you focus on the right people, if you focus on the right goals that you want for yourself, for the people around you, for your company, for your school, for your city, when you surround yourself with the people that actually bring you up, it's when you recover your energy and you believe that you can do more. And it's not just about believing, it's actually making more together. Because we can't do things alone. That's another great achievement that I realized, that the big majority of things, I don't know how to do it. But I know how to work with other people. And this is the spirit of Planetiers. That's why we gather here. That's what Aveiro believes in what we were doing. In the name of the President, José Ribeiro Esteves, the Vice Mayor, Rogério Carlos, they believed, and the whole team, they believed that this is the way to create new solutions, the way to implement new ways of thinking, and to actually have a collective strength to actually make things move. Because I don't believe that no one never felt this. Every person in this room must have felt once in your life, like I felt, which is everything. I can do everything that I want, but it's not going to be enough, because I'm just one person, right? In your personal life, in your professional life. But when you see these collective voices, when you see that there are people aligned with you, and that they are sharing the same challenges, they are sharing the same fears, that's when you believe that you see that you're not alone. So gather as much as you can, share as much as you can, and try to work together as much as you can. And that's why we're here. And that's why I'm so happy to see you all here. And please clap your hands to yourselves, because we need yourselves to raise your level and motivate. So there was a good mentor of mine, a Nobel Peace Prize, that actually said once that you said something that was very interesting. He said that the best gift that you have is to be there, to be present. Because your existence, you can only be in one place at once, right? You can't be at two places at the same time. So being there is the best gift that you can give to anyone in the room, right? And that's why I honor these moments. And that's why, just kind of wrapping up the things that we've been doing this year, that's how we felt when we went to Rio, to Brazil. We've been there 4 times this year, because we believe that we we can't just work also inside our bubble or in our country. We need to work with other countries. The problems are too big for us to believe that we're going to change together, even as a country. We have to open ourselves to the other countries. We have to bring what they have best here. We had this amazing event, Planetiers event, inside a 180,000 people event called Rio Innovation Week. And people, all of them said that was one of the best programs that I've seen regarding ESG and sustainability, because we brought people that are practical, people that are working, investing, they know exactly what kind of solutions there are, and two, they're open for collaboration. Those are the two essential ingredients. Then we started working together to develop more tools to help the entities that are feeling more struggle into adopting these measures, the SDG. We will be launching and announcing a lot of these initiatives throughout these 3 years. A lot of them that, again, could only be possible with the partnerships that we have with the private sector, with the public sector, with the local authorities. One that we'll be launching and we'll be announcing, just as a teaser, is a platform that is using we've been hearing and listening to about generative AI, right? It generates text, it generates images, it generates video. There's predictive AI, right? And we're applying one of the best algorithms there are in the world, Portuguese, developed by Portuguese people, that it beaten Meta, Google, Amazon in the predictive algorithm of what your decision will lead to, and we're applying to SDG, so we can scale, especially for SMEs, because SMEs have a huge challenge in front of them because they don't have the resources to integrate or report sustainable actions. So we'll be talking about that throughout these days, and we are open to see who would be interested to join us as partners and then founding partners of this initiative. And the other is the C-League. The C-League is a group of C-levels, the Planetiers C-League, which will gather to, like I mentioned previously, with the lessons that we've learned. We noticed that we should gather all these decision makers from the private sector, the leaders from the government, but also investors and consultants and experts to discuss how can we, as a collective voice, help the legislators, help the financial sector to design the tools, design the methods, design the incentives that are actually needed for the private sector to implement what they need, to invest where they need. Because when you're a startup, and that's, again, it's a very challenging moment when you're raising funds, and especially on the ESG, on the sustainability side. But when you get to be an SME, there's a huge challenge on the first investment of being sustainable, because you're thinking mid, long term, right? So we need all those sectors. We need the financial sector. We need the public sector to work with us in order to help those companies that are making the first move, and to make sure that they're not harmed. We've seen a lot of companies being harmed because they're trying to make the first step. Just being innovative is hard, like the mayor was saying. Being innovative is hard. It's not for anyone, it's not for everyone, right? So there are a lot of companies that are trying to make that move, but they're being harmed for being bold and courageous, and we can't cut that. We need to feed that, right? We need to motivate them to do that. So those are a lot of these initiatives that we'll launch, so we can structure better and better every year what we've been doing in the last years. Because, again, in connecting with the first thing that I said, we need to be together, but we need to be structured, we need to be disciplined, we need to plan. Like Joanette was talking in our conversation yesterday, before he ran at the minus 50 degrees Celsius in the North Pole, we need to be courageous, we need to be bold, but that's not enough. We need to plan, we need to execute, we need to learn, and we need to have discipline in everything that we do. And this is not different. We need all of that. So, just to finish, because I want to hear more the next keynote than to hear myself. So I would just like to conclude that thanking you, actually, not for being here, but for helping me get my energy back. Because probably you feel that I'm here giving you energy, but it's that that's not only that. You're giving me energy to actually recover all the challenges and believe that we can be at the same place, work together, and I'm open for any collaboration that we can do that could make sense and actually change things for better, even if it's just one step at a time. So thank you for being here. Thank you for helping me, and let's work together.